Hey everyone, it's Noshin, and this is my first ever speed paint video. Sorry if I kind of pause a little while talking because I am so tired right now. I slept in so late and I had to wake up because my music teacher was here. So yeah. So last night I decided to make this speed paint finally. I've always wanted to make speed paint videos, but I just did not have the courage to make one because, you know, as an artist, you feel, I don't know about other artists, but I feel not very confident that about my skills yet, because you know there are people who are just making brilliant stuff. And then I came across this video by Gary Vee, and he talked about how it doesn't matter what you're making as long as you're making something. All that matters is you start something and then you build on that. And so I realized that I really want to do this, but I'm just not doing it because I feel like I'm not good enough. Well, what if I actually do it and then realize that by making it, I'm a step closer to being better at it? I hope that makes sense. And it did to me, what he said. And so I decided to just, like, ignore all of my inner thoughts and just the feeling of not being good enough. I decided to dump all of that, and I decided to just make something, anything, out of this speed paint thing. And I chose this picture of Hannah Baker from 13 Reasons Why. Her name is actually Catherine Langford, I think. I hope I pronounced that right, because I hate it when people pronounce my name wrong. So yeah, and she's so pretty. She's so pretty. The way I draw is not very. I don't know if I draw the wrong way or the right way. I don't know if there is a right way or a correct way of drawing. But I've actually, with digital art, I've never really watched any tutorials or, like, especially reference studies. I don't know, I never really felt like I need to watch how to do it, because I think I just think figuring it out on your own is much more fun than. Okay, God, I'm so embarrassing. I ignore the thing on the screen, please. I just, where was I always felt like figuring it out is much more fun than someone actually showing you all of the steps. Like, think about how back when people didn't have internet and they had to figure stuff out, and when they did figure something out, and they could call it their own, or I feel like they would master the skill faster. I'm not saying I never watch YouTube videos for ideas or how to better my art. I do all the time. But like with digital art, like just starting it and then reference studies, I've never used videos because I feel like the trial and error process is much more fun for me, at least. But yeah, I'm not that good at it, so I think I should watch a few tutorials. Yeah, I think that would help me. But anyway, God, why am I not wiping that off? God, okay, just bear with me. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about a lot of things. Let's start with how I'm not going to art school. So I decided I'm gonna be an artist, and well, okay, I'm gonna be an artist, so what's the next step? It's going to art school, right? But I don't know, I wanted to go to art school in Canada. I don't live in Canada, by the way. I wish I did, but I don't. I live in Bangladesh, and there are art schools here, but I wanted to go to this one school in Canada that just seemed really great, and one of my friends go there, and it was like the dream, and I've been dreaming about it since like grade 9, just going abroad and studying. But I think my head was in the clouds, and I just didn't really understand actually how much work that needs to go in for you to just go abroad and study somewhere without complete financial security. And I didn't want to put my parents through all of that, because even though they could manage it, the situation back home wouldn't be very nice. And even if I could go there, I would have to work overtime, and then I'd have to attend school, and just, at the same time I would have to continue my art career, and just it would be too much. And I feel like I know I could do it for sure, but yeah, I wrote idiot on the screen. I could do it, but I think I felt like it wasn't the smart move. So I gave up. I gave up on that dream. And then what's next? So there are art schools here in my country, and there's like this really good art school, and it's very like a lot of professional artists have come out of there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, duh. But I went to visit it, but it just didn't seem like somewhere I belonged, I guess. I know that sounds very cliched and just stupid, but that's just how I felt, just like I went there and attended this one um pre getting into school class thingy, and I just, I don't know, it didn't feel like I belonged there. So I decided to go to this business school here, where I feel like I kind of belong to. But I'll have to study business for a while, which isn't bad necessarily. I do like business. I'm actually okay with studying anything that just requires not too much effort, because I want to dedicate all of my time into my art and maybe music. So yeah, so that happened, and I'm not going to art school. And I think for a huge part of last month, like a huge chunk of last month, I just spent moping around and just being sad that, oh no, I'm not gonna go to art school, how can I be an artist? But then I eventually had to pull myself out of it, and just I told myself that I can do it. It's fine if I don't go to art school. I can still become an artist. Hopefully, and then I found my favorite artists on YouTube and Instagram. There's Sakura Yasin. There's Ahmed Al-Duri. There's Siren. There's just so many people that I look up to, and except for Ahmed Al-Duri, I think most of them, even Ahmed is self-taught, I think, and then they attended school after they were good or something. I'm not sure, I might be wrong, but yeah. But basically, mostly Sakura, he talks about how you don't really need to go to art school, and his videos have helped me so much. Not necessarily just with my skills, but basically how I think about art and how I perceive it, and the whole psychological aspect of it that a lot of people might not know about. And I would definitely recommend checking his stuff out. So yeah, not going to art school. So then what? Then I decided, okay, why do I want to do art? Then I thought about it, and I realized that it's not so much as me wanting to show other people that, hey, look, I can do this, I can do that. But that's a part of it. It feels good to get like compliments and stuff. But then I realized it's more like a form of escapism, because every time I'll have an exam the next day or in a few days, I'll just want to draw something just to like avoid doing the hard task. And then sometimes it's just, I don't know, it might sound weird, but I feel like I have all this energy, and if I don't put it to use, I feel like a waste of time. I feel like I'm just wasting my breath. So I have to continuously just draw or you know, play the guitar or just anything, because if I spend it, you know, or even watching movies is good, but if I because I feel like I'm building my visual library. But if I just waste it doing nothing, I feel like I should be ashamed and stuff. So I think that's when I realized that I'm very unhappy when I'm not doing art. So it's not about the money for me. So I don't actually have to be a professional artist at all. Not saying I won't be, I'll try to be, but even if I fail at it, it's good to have a backup for me, because art isn't necessarily something I want to make a career out of. Not necessarily, because it's just something that I need to do to make me happy. You know, it's not about the money with art. And the moment I realized it is the moment I was like, oh, okay. So when I was a kid, how did I do art? I didn't care about whether anyone would like it. I didn't care about if I would be able to make money out of it someday or right now. All I cared about was just making something, just, you know, just sitting down with a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and just drawing. And the minute I realized that, it's like my brain just, you know, shut down. It stopped thinking. I'm like, I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna analyze it. I'm not gonna think about why am I doing this, what's gonna come out of it. I'm just gonna draw, and that's gonna be enough. And the minute I started doing that, just uh, I'll say I've made more progress in 2 days than I have in months, in 4 or 5 months, and that's saying a lot. So anyone out there who's listening to this, stop worrying, stop thinking. If there's something you like to do, stop thinking what's gonna be the benefit of it. As long as it's not a bad thing, you know, as long as you're not committing a crime. If there's something you love to do, just do it. Just stop thinking about what you get out of it, what that makes you, or how much money you make out of it. It doesn't matter. Just remember when you were a kid and you just liked doing stuff for the sake of doing them. Do that. I don't understand why we lose that as we grow up. I don't know why I lost that. Well, anyway, there's that. Sorry if I got way too preachy there. I apologize. I didn't mean to be very preachy. Anyway, what's going on in the painting? Oh, right. I finally started rendering a little. I was so tired last night that I didn't notice that I left a few parts of the picture unfinished, and I feel so bad right now. But I think, you know, that should be my punishment. I should leave it like that. And, well, there's one good thing that's gonna come out of my videos, is that people are gonna see it and feel better about their art. People who are better than me. And then people who are, you know, not as good as other people, but just they're on my level, they'll be like, oh hey, look, someone draws just as bad as we do, or I do, yay! So yeah, I'm so nice. Anyway, what else? So I talked about art school. I can't believe I'm finally making a speed paint though. I've always wanted to, I think ever since my first speed paint video, and I love listening to my artists talk. Not my artists, sorry, what the hell. I love listening to artists talk while I do my stuff, so I'll just put on a speed paint video, not even look at what's going on the screen. I'll just listen to the people talking, and it would feel, I feel like it makes the process of drawing or painting much more fun, you know, because you feel like you know the artist, like you feel like you're friends with them, and I really enjoy it. And so I think ever since my first speed paint video, I was like, holy shit, I want to do that. And what do you know, I just made my first speed paint video. I think I've said that like 100 times already, but yeah, I'm really happy about this. I don't know what's with white eyes without the pupils, it just reminds me of Arya Stark. Ah, Game of Thrones. Ah, Game of Thrones. I think I might do some Game of Thrones paintings, like some. I'll probably draw some characters. Yeah, that'll be nice. I love Game of Thrones. For anyone out there who's listening, if you love Game of Thrones, we're best friends. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Oh, my best friend is going to the school that I talked about, the art school, and her art has already improved so much, and it's just crazy. She was already a very good artist though, so yeah. But I think you just really need the push, you know, and for me, I guess I'll just have to push myself. God. I don't know. It's very important to have a community, as every artist ever says. And I do agree with them, but I feel like it's just so hard, you know, sometimes just making these decisions. Like, I'm also very spoiled, so it's very hard for me to make decisions for myself because uh because I can go and do anything as my mom tells me. She just gives me complete freedom, and she doesn't tell me you have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer, even though she wanted me to be a doctor. Even if I become an artist, she'll be like, definitely go be an artist, and she's okay with everything, and I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, it's just really confusing because when you can do anything, what do you choose? What do you do? Ah. So I don't know. And then the problem with liking multiple things is you want to do everything, but you don't want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. So it's just, oh, it's so hard. This is literally what goes on in my head all day. But as I said a few days ago, I just said, nope, not gonna think at all. I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing, and yeah, that is the result. This is the result of that. So you could try that if you're very, you know, if you're very confused about what you want to do in life. Just stop thinking. Stop it. Stop. um, another one of my greatest influences in art, I'll say, is Superwoman. And I know you're thinking, Superwoman? But she's a YouTuber. She makes comedy videos and skits. Like, what does that have to do with art? Well, so much, you know? Because she basically showed me that you don't have to really be good at the thing. You don't really have to, like, you don't really need an education in what you do for a career. Like, she's a YouTuber, right? And she's so many things. She's an entrepreneur, and she has a degree in psychology, if I'm not wrong. So that's like completely not the field she studied in. And look at her now. She's so famous, and she got that far. She's so successful, not famous, you know? She's also famous, but what's important is she's successful. She's good and recognized for what she does, her craft. And it just made me realize that I don't need a degree per se to have a career, or just to do art, or to be good at art. And even though I do plan on getting a degree somewhere down the line in the future, maybe for my master's, I'll try again, and I'll try for scholarships and stuff. But for now, I think I'll just have to be happy with, you know, just staying back in Bangladesh and just, you know, really building myself up. Well, it was really fun making this video, and anyone out there, even if there's one person out there listening, hello. I hope you liked it. I hope you didn't get too bored, and if you did, well, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get your time back. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.